times that he is to be worshipped because he is God, plain and simple. They followed him. They followed the star to find God. God who was a baby and could do nothing for him. Many people later in Jesus' life followed him because he performed miracles, because he healed them, because he made them food, because he did whatever. They merely came because he was God. It is the ultimate form of worship. Christmas draws a line in the sand that says there is God. And if there is God, then he is worthy of worship. Simply because he is God. Not because you think he's going to do whatever for your life and make it better. But first of all, we worship God and serve him because he is God. How did they know he was God? Because they'd studied the prophecies. Because they understood when the strange astronomical appearance happened, that it was God making a sign, and they followed it. Notice the people who actually found God. It were the people who came to worship God because they wanted to worship God. The people who were in Jerusalem wanted Jesus to come, wanted the Messiah. Why? Because they wanted to get rich. They wanted to get Rome off their back. They wanted to have freedom. They missed out because they were expecting something from God. I want you to do this for me. So when God didn't show up the way they thought he should or would, they missed him completely. And those who came saying, I'm going to worship God just because he is, they saw him. Are you trying to put in a box? Or are you trying to put God into the box of your own pain? God into the box of your own life and existence? Or are you willing to let God be God outside of that? Christmas draws this line in the sand that says God is. End of discussion. God is, and God is intimately interested and involved in the affairs of man. Because as Hebrews says, Jesus is now our brother. He's one of us. Christmas draws a line in the sand that says there truly is a God, because the God comes, is involved in human life, dies and is resurrected. Mm-hmm. 700 years before Jesus came, Prophet Micah prophesied Jesus is going to be in Bethlehem. Before that, Balaam prophesied the star. The prophecies came true that were given hundreds of years in advance of the event. As completely disturbing as it must have been for those guys as they got off their camel and got down in front of this little tiny house, looking at this little people living a simple little peasant life, going, could it be that God is in this house? They believed. My friends, there is evidence enough to believe. Genesis 1 starts out the Bible with the grand pronouncement, in the beginning, God. There is God. Romans chapter 1 continues the theme that says there is God and he is knowable to us. Whether you have a knowledge of the Bible or of God or not, he is. Romans chapter 1 starting in verse 19. They know the truth about God because he, God, has made it obvious to them. For ever since the world was created, people have seen the earth and the sky. Through everything God made, they can clearly see his invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature, so they have no excuse for not knowing God. God exists.